So folks, I see in the news today, Sven has died, hasn't he? SVEN GORAN ERIKSSON, he's gone. All a bit sad, we knew it was coming. I don't know, it's only 2 or 3 days ago I think I read something where he said, I'm really scared of dying, I really am. I know it's going to happen, but I'm scared. And to find that I only read that 2 or 3 days ago and he's only lasted 2 or 3 days, is even sadder. He obviously wanted to stay around for longer, because if anybody's endured the old champagne lifestyle that football affords you, it was Sven. He's had a belting time there. I don't care what anybody says. He really enjoyed it. I remember hearing something many years ago now about the leader of Thin Lizzy, Phil Lynott. I think it was Bob Geldof said, nobody loved being a superstar, pop star, rock star more than Phil Lynott. He absolutely bathed in it, absolutely loved it. You'll have lots of well-known performers not wanting to interact with the public, not wanting the public to see him and everything else. He said, if you stop Phil on every single corner, he'd love it. If you wanted photographs with him, he'd love it. If you wanted autographs, he'd love it. He just loved everything about fame. I think Sven was the same from the soccer front. He absolutely bathed in it, loved it tremendously, and had a few loves along the way. Oh yes, he knew how to bed the ladies, did Sven. He come across as quite dour, quite boring, and not the greatest looker in the world, but I don't know if it was his wallet or something else that he had about him, but he managed to bed the ladies, there's no doubt about that. A couple of them were weirdos as well. One of them's been on Strictly. She's mad as a box of frogs, but more about her another time. But no, it's sad that he's gone. I thought what I'd do, I thought I'd quickly look at what he'd won, because I know Sven managed England for a while, and we did reasonably well. I mean, obviously the big night is the 5-1 defeat of Germany, and I think it was Munich. That's always the one that everybody remembers. But other than that, really, some would say he had the golden generation, maybe an even better team than the one that just went to the Euros. But again, we came up short, as we always have done for the last 50 odd years now, well, 60 years, whatever it may have been. But I never thought of him as a brilliant manager. Good manager, no problem at all. Great man manager, probably great to be coached by, and on and off the field, I would imagine. I bet you had a laugh in Sven's company. But I never thought it was that great. But I looked at what he'd won, because I know he'd never been with the real glamour teams, the real huge teams in Europe. And I was surprised with what he'd run with, really. I'll just quickly run through it with you. It was at Gothenburg. Well, Gothenburg, obviously, a big team in their own country, but nothing special. 4 seasons there, 1 league and 2 cups. And he even, I think he won the UEFA Cup. Well, with Gothenburg, I would say that's some going. Benfica, he spent 5 seasons there over 2 different periods. 3 leagues and 1 cup. Now, you'd probably say Benfica win most years anyway, so most people would do well with Benfica, but 3 leagues in 5 years isn't bad going at all. And he got to the European Cup final, we forget that. European Cup final with Benfica. Some going. Then again, I suppose it happened in the 60s, didn't it, with the Eusebio era. Lazio, 4 years, 1 league. That's the one that everybody talks about, because it's breaking up your Inters, your ACs and Juventuses. But again, he was there 4 years, only the 1 league. But he also won the UEFA Cup there. So he's won the UEFA Cup. He's got to the European Cup final, and he's also won the Cup Winners' Cup. So that's what I'm trying to look for, the Cup Winners' Cup. So he's won 2 of the European competitions and got to the final in the biggest of them all. Not bad at all. But then again, you look at Man City, only lasted a year, 10th. Leicester lasted 2 years, 10th and 9th. So not brilliant, but not bad. Would you like an hour in his company having a drink with him? I think you probably would. For all he come across as dour, I think he was probably anything but. I think he would have probably been a bit of good company, and I'm sure he'd have had plenty of football tales to tell, because he played it for a good few years, so 27, and managed for a lot longer than that. But I think at the end he became almost like a gun for hire. He'd go anywhere for a paycheck. But maybe that's as much as wanting to keep in the, on footballing more than anything else. I don't think sat at home from 60 years of age for the rest of his life would have done Sven any good at all. I think he liked to be amongst people, see places. I think he probably had football running through his veins. But yeah, it's a sad loss. It's a sad loss, Maybe, I don't know, is it more so because we knew it was coming, or is it less so? I don't know. Sometimes you think, isn't it just better to go in your sleep and know nothing about it? He's known for a few months now it was going to come, it was on the horizon. And as I say, just said a few days ago he was scared to death. I felt sorry for the fella, I did, honestly. Felt sorry for him. But he's gone. I can't see him being forgotten in a hurry, because he definitely fills some column inches in the newspapers over here. That's a fact.